Though.
All right, welcome back as Jack hobbles over to another episode, first episode of 2021 of our true Volley in the Valley.
Volley in the Valley.
It's been a minute or two. So first thing we want to do, as always, want to give a shout out to our sponsor, main sponsor, Jeff Osborne. He's been with us since day one. He plays volley out with us out there. If you're looking for someone to buy or sell your house, I was talking to Jeff the other day, and buying houses is one thing, but selling houses is another thing, especially in the market that we're in right now. Houses are needed to be sold.
Seller's market.
It is a seller's market. If you're in the market to sell your house, give him a shout, or buy a house, give him a shout. He'll be around.
He's probably playing B, so he'll be there Tuesdays. He's probably playing doubles, so he'll be there Thursdays too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you don't find him or need to find him, give us a shout and we'll get you connected.
We have two sponsors now?
We do have two sponsors now.
What is going on with this league?
It's a new year.
Unbelievable.
New year, new sponsor. So give a shout out also to our second sponsor, Crystal's Healing Hands. She does massages, and I know there's other services that she does as well. But one awesome thing, $20 off for your first 60-minute massage with her.
It's crazy.
If you mention RVVA.
Day after a tournament? Day after a tournament?
I am very sore
my goodness.
today. I'm very sore today after playing yesterday.
Nate goes to Crystal's Healing Hands and knows them well and says it's
rave
just
reviews
heavenly. Yeah, it's unbelievable. So
rave
we're really
reviews.
happy to have them on board.
Yeah.
Let's get into it?
Yeah,
let's do it.
We're skills clinic.
We're starting off with our skills clinic. So in advance of all this good stuff we're going to talk about here in a little bit, this Wednesday, 6 to 8 at the fields, we're going to have some experienced players, some board members running through some drills to get everyone back out on the grass. We're going to be talking doubles strategy in particular, but really just playing a little bit and giving you a chance to get into the season. So we'll talk about things like block calls. We'll talk about the differences between indoor and outdoor. We might have you work on some shots. We'll get some ideas. So it should be a good night. It's free. Come on out 6 to 8.
I mean, everybody needs a little bit of help every once in a while.
Come on out.
If I wasn't going to be out of town, I would definitely be there.
Yeah.
But work calls. So next thing, and by the way, we are trying to keep this down, so we've got our timer here. We're not going to make our 12-minute timer.
This is a half hour
15 minutes we're looking at. We're looking for 15 minutes. So getting into summer, the summer schedules are out, so get on to www.rvva.net. Click on it's under
season
stuff,
yeah,
and then schedules. Adult schedules or junior schedules, whatever you're playing. So Monday is going to be A and double B quads at 6 and at 7. So A at 6, double B at 7. Tuesday is going to be B6s at 6. Wednesday is going to be C6s at 6. And all three of those days,
juniors.
We're going to have juniors.
Juniors is ridiculous. We have 80 teams, absolutely massive, so big that the scheduling software we use couldn't even make the schedule. So thanks to Erica, especially for figuring out a way to make that work. We literally broke the computer. And thanks to Aaron and Tim for everything they do with juniors. 80 teams going to pack the field every night.
It's a good problem to have.
It's going to be awesome. Yeah,
that's a good problem to have.
It's crazy.
We love that people want to get out and play volley. Yeah. Also, speaking of huge turnouts, our Thursday doubles league had one of the biggest turnouts this year that I can remember.
Whole bunch of divisions.
So we've got doubles at 6 and at 7. Co-ed's going to be at 6. And men's and women's is going to be at 7. For that, A is going to be, for co-ed, A is going to be Revco. Yeah. We're going to talk a little bit about that at the end of this.
We're hitting rules stay tuned!
We might even need to make rules a second episode. I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll see how far we get.
Idea.
We'll see how far we get.
TV.
This is live TV.
Let's do rules in the second episode, and then we get to give ourselves 12 minutes per.
Beautiful.
All right.
Beautiful. So next thing is this weekend we had our first tournament.
Spring Thaw. Spring Thaw was awesome. Mitch is wearing the hoodie.
Speaking of,
we are, and by the way, Nate is killing it with these designs. This one was retro. The one for Star City Showdown made me audibly gasp when I got the picture on my phone. We can't wait to unveil these. But the Thaw was awesome. We had to cancel Saturday. Made the right decision. On Sunday we had 3 full levels of Revco. We just went adults for this first one since juniors are still kind of in season. But we had 11 teams in our B division, 10 in A, 4 in Open. It made for a really competitive day. It made for tough math for me to figure out who's making the playoffs because there are a lot of even matches, which we think
Lots of splits.
that's why we like growth. So we want bigger tournaments, not just because it's like, oh, bigger, more people. We want bigger tournaments because it means more divisions, more levels, and then everyone gets to have a better time.
Perfect. Yeah, we had a great time out there.
So,
lots of teams out there. It was a beautiful day.
It was great.
Beautiful day.
Windy,
we couldn't have asked for better
it
weather. It was very windy.
As far as thaws are concerned, we got really lucky.
It was
a great day. Thanks to everyone who came out.
So summer tournaments, we've got, I believe, 4 more coming up. We're just going to kind of talk about the next 2 that are coming up because, as you know, if you want to look to see all of them, go check the website out. Once again, under season stuff, summer tourneys. That's also got some dates on there for other tournaments around the area. So some in North Carolina, South Carolina, one up in Pennsylvania. Next tournament here is going to be May 29th and 30th. That's the Star City Showdown. Say that 10 times fast.
Star City Showdown.
That's going to be the Star City Showdown. And so that's going to be Saturday is going to be men's and women's doubles, as well as juniors triples. And Sunday is going to be co-ed doubles, regular co-ed doubles on men's net, as well as junior co-ed. So that junior co-ed will be on women's net.
Junior co-ed is a passion project of ours too, because we think about how many gentlemen around the area got into volleyball way too late. We want to help some young men get into it earlier.
Sure.
Last year we had a successful division with that, so we're like
excited for that again.
Yeah.
And then the next one will be in June 19th and 20th, and that's the Retro Rumble. The reason we call it the Retro Rumble is because Saturday is going to be full court, side out, old school rules, men's and women's. And then Sunday is going to be Revco 4s. And then to go along with our tournaments, we've got some things that are in the works. I'll let Jack speak to that a little bit.
Yeah, so tons of organizations, basically just about every organization that runs tournaments is affiliating with the AVP.
Yeah.
And it's leading to a really cool volleyball community that's growing, and they're doing some really cool stuff. They're running an official grass tour, which has some huge events, and it's bringing a lot of people together. Any different tournament you go to now, you can earn points for playing, and it helps you with seeding in your next tournament. That seeds things accurately.
That's the best part about the points. Yeah, everybody wants to get points, but what that does is it allows for seeding to work better, which also means that there aren't most of our tournaments have pools in them, and it's very tough at times to guess beforehand what those pools should look like. And so having the points system and moving along with that, it allows us to have better pools that allow for the correct teams to come off. I guess is
you get seated where your points say, and then you let the chips fall where they may. Yeah. But because so many other organizations are now affiliating, from Charlotte to Chucktown to G Vegas to there's another
Pottstown.
one I just thought of. Yeah, Pottstown. There are more
Hangtown.
too. Yeah, Hangtown too. And there's another one. Pittsburgh. I just saw Pittsburgh this week. Okay. Anyways, since so many other organizations have already affiliated, it's the kind of thing where now if you have the points and you go somewhere else, it helps you. And most people now who are playing tournaments have some points. And so at first, when we start with this system here, our players probably won't have a lot of points, but we'll earn them through those tournaments. And then if people choose to go play elsewhere, which I know a lot of people are, they're going to the Clash this weekend.
First stop on the grass tour, AVP grass tour this summer.
And it's
First stop.
So that part's cool. It's fun I'll tell you, it's really fun to refresh the page and look for your points to show up, especially after you had a good weekend, and see where things fall.
So we even had a team this weekend come up from Raleigh just because this was the closest tournament to them this weekend. So there was a couple other tournaments down in South Carolina, but they kind of looked around and saw that this tournament was happening. And they said this was a shorter drive from them than South Carolina was, so they made the trip up.
And that's the reason why we think this is going to be so good. We think we'll pull teams from different areas and lock in having 3 divisions. And as we said earlier,
as well as have those teams in the correct divisions.
Well,
rather than them just picking coming up and saying, "Oh, I'm going to play in this division."
Yeah. So it's $20 to join the AVP. 25. You join online, $25, and we're going to be offering some coupon codes and discounts for people in our league who are signing up for the tournaments to kind of offset that cost, because we think this is going to be a really cool thing. But we understand $25. That's not that's a lot of money. So we're going to try and make some things happen to have everyone feel good about that. But I think it's going to be an awesome thing.
Yeah, I agree. So we're going to wrap this first one up.
Okay.
Stay tuned for part 2.
10 minutes flat.
10 minutes flat. But we also do, once again, want to give a shout out to Jeff and Crystal at Crystal's Healing Hands. Thank them for their support and thank them for supporting the league. So thank them. Volley, volley.
Volley, volley.